Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a recipe blog. So basically what we're going to do today is we are going to define what a recipe blog is with a few examples. I'm going to show you and tell you why you need to pick a niche and how to niche down. Next, we're going to get web hosting. I'm going to explain what web hosting is and why you need it as a website. Next, we are going to install WordPress. After that, we are going to install both a free and premium WordPress theme. Important changes that you absolutely have to make to your website. After that, I'm going to show you how to start writing fast. Next, we are going to talk about different ways that you can make money with your website, why you need to share your content on social media in the very beginning, and about how many blog posts you need to write before you decide if it's worth it to keep growing. Be sure to check out the first 3 links in the description, as I will refer to those 3 links throughout the duration of this video. So first things first, what is a recipe blog? A recipe blog is simply a blog where you are going to be answering questions. You're going to provide a recipe or a series of recipes in a given niche. Now, when you first get started, creating a blog on recipes, in my opinion, isn't enough. You want to niche down and you want to focus on a sub niche. For example, maybe you're going to create a recipe blog about breakfast recipes or maybe Caribbean food. In my opinion, because your blog is going to be so brand new and have no domain authority, it's going to be difficult to compete in the very beginning. And so here's an example of a recipe blog. Allrecipes.com is a pretty large blog. It has lots of blog posts up. But as you can see, they actually have it broken down into air fryer recipes, which is a good sub niche, appetizers, barbecue and grilling, breakfast, chicken recipes, and so on. You want to think about doing the same thing because you want to build domain authority or domain credibility so that you can start talking about more competitive keywords. Now, what we can do to see what All Recipes is ranking for is we can go over to a keyword tool like Ahrefs and we just pasted in the domain name, which I'll talk about in just a moment. And you can see they're ranking for all sorts of things. What we want to do is we want to look for keywords that have a difficulty of 5 or less to give us an idea of different sub niches to get into. For example, they're talking about lemon drop shot. So maybe you could create something on alcohol recipes if that's what you're interested in. Jaeger bomb. These are all very low competition keywords, and this could be some opportunity for you. I didn't mean to just keep pointing out the alcohol, but that's what's really popping out here. Lima bean soup, you could create on that as well. But as you can see, you want to pick a niche, which we know is recipes, pick a sub niche or a subcategory, which again could be breakfast or it could be air fryer, and then niche down from there. So if we jump back over to our slide deck here, we have talked about what a recipe blog is. We picked a niche, we've niched down. The next step is to get web hosting. You need web hosting so that your website can be seen on the internet. You are going to work with a web hosting company, in this instance, the first link in the description, and you are going to rent hard drive space called a server so that your website can be seen around the globe. What you're going to do is you are simply going to rent server space and they're going to take care of everything else on the back end. You just need to control the content that goes on your website. They're going to control and make sure that your website is presented on the internet. Now, when you click that first link in the description, you can get a domain name for free for the first year. A domain name is simply a name that people refer to your website. For example, allrecipes.com is a domain name, and you're going to need one so that people can refer to your website, and you'll get that for free. In fact, what we're going to do right now is I'm going to walk you through the steps of getting web hosting and getting a domain name with the first link in the description. So go ahead and click that link. Getting everything set up takes less than 10 minutes, and it's actually really easy. And I'll show you how to do that right now. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information, the settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're gonna have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do wanna note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now, you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them. And then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. Now, we've installed WordPress. We've installed a WordPress theme, a free theme. In fact, I'll show you how to install a premium one in just a second. We've made some changes to our website so that we can start getting traffic. Now, what you have on your website right now is very basic, boring theme. What you want to do is you want to go get a premium WordPress theme, because it's going to add additional features and functionality. Now, you can click the second link in the description, and it'll take you to this website where you can get a premium WordPress theme. And what we're going to do is we are just going to type in our keyword here. In this instance, it's going to be recipe. We're going to hit enter, and we're going to see if there are WordPress themes that already have the additional features and functionality already included. For example, on all recipes, if we take a look at some of their recipes, they have it broken out so that people can easily get the recipe that they're looking for. As you can see here, these are additional features included in a WordPress theme, and those features might be included in some of these themes as well. So what I recommend that you do is take a few minutes to go through, find one that you like, and then once you find one that you like, add it to your cart. When you add it to your cart, you're going to check out and buy. When you buy, you're going to download a zip file to your computer. Once you get that zip file, unpack the zip file, and there's going to be a second zip file. You're going to take that zip file and you are going to install it to your WordPress website, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. What we're going to do is we're going to go over Appearance. We're going to click on Themes. When you click on Themes, we're going to click on Add New, and then when you click on Add New, you're going to click on Upload Theme, and then you are going to drag and drop that second zip file that we just unpacked. You're going to drag and drop it right here where it says Choose File. You can also click Choose File and find it manually. Regardless of what you decide, click on Install Now and then click on Activate, and then you're going to have a brand new WordPress theme with additional features and functionality. Now, if we jump back over to our slide deck, now we need to figure out how to start writing. I get 3 questions all the time when it comes to starting a WordPress website. How long should my blog post be? How do I start writing? And how many blog posts should I write? And we're going to answer 2 of those questions right now. What we're going to do is we're going to go back over to our WordPress website. We're going to go to Posts, and we are going to click on Add New. When we click on Add New, we are going to title our post the title of the recipe that our customers are looking for. For example, if we go back over to organic keywords here, we are going to copy this and I'm going to paste it in here. And the reason why we're doing this is because our target audience is searching. They're typing in these words in this order and they're searching it. We're trying to get discovered organically through search engine optimization, and this is going to help us. So for example, Lemon Drop Shot, the complete guide enclosed. Now you want to come up with a better title than that, but you know, this is a good one. If we spell some words right here, enclosed, okay, included or something like that. We'll say included. Anyway, so now that we have our title is designed to be optimized for search. What we need to do is we need to figure out how long our blog post should be. And to answer that question, it really all depends on your target audience. It depends on the question that you're answering, and it depends on your competitors. And if we look at our competitors, we are going to see, let's see, we'll paste that in right here. And we're going to take a look and see how long some of these blog posts are. We're going to open this one up from All Recipes. And I'm just going to do a word count. If we look at this, this is probably about a 700 word blog post. This is probably about 300 words. So what we're going to do is, okay, so 156 words, not long at all. And what you want to do is you want to make your blog post probably 500 words. If it's only 200, if All Recipes is only doing 200, make yours about 500 words. And what you can do to help increase the length of your blog post is come back over here and do a little brainstorming session. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. And what we're going to do is we're going to spend 10 or 15 minutes and think about what questions the customer is going to ask with regard to our keyword. So, what is included in a lemon drop shot is a question that someone may ask. Now, when you are brainstorming, it is more important that you get your idea on paper than it is for you to spell the words correctly. Where does the lemon shot come from? So who originated it? And the reason why this is important is because your customers may be asking these questions. Obviously, how to make a lemon drop shot. You could be asking questions like, does it taste better cold or hot, or things along those lines? So take 10 or 15 minutes, ask yourself a bunch of questions, either write it down with a pen and paper or put it on a computer, and then go from there. So we've answered how long your blog post should be, and we answered how to start writing. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and click publish, and then it's going to be available for the world to read and react to. Now let's go back over here. The next step is to figure out ways to make money. And there are a number of ways to make money with your new blog or website. If we go back to allrecipes.com, they are making money by placing ads right on their website. This right over here is an ad. The one below it is an ad as well. And you can do this too. You can work with an ad network like Google AdSense in the very beginning. The cool thing with Google AdSense is they will place ads automatically on your website. You just have to go through the process and signing up and get approved, and they're going to automatically approve you. The downside to Google AdSense is you are going to make pennies on the dollar. You're not going to make very much. But once you start getting significant traffic, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 page views per month, you can work with more premium ad networks like Ezoic, Mediavine, and AdThrive. That's just one way to make money. Another way that you can make money is with affiliate marketing. And with affiliate marketing, you are simply recommending or selling other people's products and services. Now, you want to make sure that you are finding products that are congruent with whatever recipe that's out there. For example, let's say we had a recipe on baking a chocolate cake. What you could do is you could include a stand mixer or maybe premium pans that are going to be congruent or in line with what the customer needs. When a customer clicks on those links and buys the product, you get paid a commission. Now, I do have a free affiliate marketing course. That is the third link in the description. Go ahead and check that out if you want to learn a little bit more about affiliate marketing. So if we go back over to our slide deck here, we go back over to our slide deck. The next step is simply to share on social media. Now, the reason why you want to share your content on social media is Google isn't going to promote your new blog or website just yet. It does take a few days, maybe even a few months before you will start getting significant traffic. And one way to increase that traffic immediately is to post your blog, your new blog post on social media, on relevant Reddit, Facebook groups. You can start your own Facebook group, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Anywhere where there is traffic and they are interested in your recipes, you can post them. And that'll actually help accelerate your traffic so that you can start making more money. And then the final question that I get all the time is, how long should I write until I decide whether to keep going or not? And in my opinion, I think that you should write 50 blog posts before making a decision one way or another. Now, the reason why I think you should write 50 blog posts is 50 pieces of content on a website is significant. Most people don't get past 10 or 20. And if you write 50 blog posts, you are going to have more domain authority, you're going to have more credibility, and you're going to be able to get your website, your web pages ranked much faster. So I think 50 is a very important number to get to. Now, I recommend that you write every day or every other day until you reach that metric. Don't stop until you get to 50. Once you hit 50, you can take a step back and then decide for yourself if it is worth it to keep going. Now, I do want you to check out the 3 links that I've referenced throughout this video. The first link is to web hosting with a free domain name. The second one is to a premium WordPress theme. And the third one is to learn affiliate marketing for free. So be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if this video or any other video on this channel helps you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.